Friends, we are going to discuss a case relating to enemy aliens. I am sure you know the meaning of aliens. Aliens are the citizens or denizens of other state not belonging to our state, means our country. Any enemy aliens are the persons who belong to a country with which our country does not have good relations. So therefore they can be expelled from our country, but due process of law should be followed. They cannot be expelled arbitrarily without any giving notice, without giving them a chance to represent. All these things we discussed. So some people, even though the government thinks that some people are enemy aliens, but if they can prove that they are not enemy aliens, definitely the law will come to support them. So I am today discussing a classic case law in this regard. Yesterday I told you that is Sashi Kumar alias Sashi versus State of Tamil Nadu 2008. Right, this Sashi Kumar alias Sashi, he approached the Honorable High Court of Madras to quash an order dated 4/9/2008 issued by the collector of Kanjivaram district against Sashi under section 3 clause 2 subclass E of the Foreigners Act 1946. In brief, the order says that he should not go outside the special camp for Sri Lankan immigrants. So he was kept in the camp for immigrants, and of course it was located, or it was being authorized by the collector that he will control over the people, and actually he has arranged the camp for them. You are knowing the story of Sri Lankan immigrants. So in Sri Lanka there were two different ethnic communities. One of them, of course, Sri Lankans. The other people are the Tamils who migrated from Tamil Nadu and settled in Sri Lanka, and who dominated them. Therefore, the original Sri Lankan has got a grudge against them. They wanted to drive them out, and therefore it is the cause for the starting of LTTE movement. Of course, when it was in peak stage, now the government of Sri Lanka has taken a rapid action, and these people were driven away from that places. And at that time, people flew through the Bay of Bengal and came to Tamil Nadu by so many ways. Straight away, they can come from Sri Lanka, and actually they can reach the shores of Rameshwaram, some other areas. Somehow they came there and they are detained as illegal immigrants. Of course, our country is very famous, and very famous right from the beginning, to give shelter to the people who are facing persecution in their own countries. So anyway, we have given shelter. But the shelter camps, because they have got trouble with the locals also, therefore the government of Tamil Nadu has arranged a shelter camp in which Sashi and some others were kept, and the restraining orders are there that he should not stir out, he should not come out of the camp. This was challenged by him. Now you see how he has proved that he does not belong to that particular enemy alien country. This we have to know. That is a very good defense, right? The plaintiff says, he has produced evidence, that is Sashi Kumar says that his father and mother, both of them, fled from Sri Lanka, and they are enemy aliens. There is no doubt. But after coming to India, when they were given shelter, this man was born on 10/3/1987 in Trichy. That too, he was born in a Trichy government hospital. The hospital record shows that a male baby boy was born to his parents. So therefore, please remember, according to section 3 of the Citizenship Act 1955, he will get the citizenship because he was born by being born or by being a domicile. All these things you know. Right from Article 5 to 11 discuss about our Constitution of India, discuss about the provisions of their citizenship, and also there is a special act for this, that is Citizenship Act 1955. As per section 3, he was born in India, he was born in the government hospital, definitely he is a citizen of India. Then how can be an enemy alien? Right? Second point. No doubt his both the parents, they are alien enemies, but he was born in another place, that is in India itself. He studied in a place called Uchipuli. He was in a place called Uchipuli, and of course he got a driving license. He got his he's got a voter ID card from the Election of Commission of India from that place only. Then, moreover, he is not an ordinary man. He was arrested and convicted in 2 cases, crime numbers 175 by 2008 and also 239 by 2008 under Unlawful Acts Prevention Act, UAPA, most dangerous act. So he is not an ordinary man. And of course, he was even though he was convicted, he was now released on bail. So he may have to attend the court also. Now, the defense, of course, he has filed a petition. He has, his lawyer argued on all these points. Now, the state, on behalf of the state, the government prosecutor says that, of course, it is only a reasonable restriction because the camp has to be maintained with the enemy aliens. They are categorized as enemy aliens, and as per the directions of the state of Tamil Nadu, he was detained, he was kept in the camp, and by which actually by confining him to the camp, his fundamental rights have not been infringed. Yes, it is only a reasonable restriction. That is what the government of Tamil Nadu wants to say. Right now, Honorable Supreme Court of India, of course, if the matter may come to, Honorable High Court of Tamil Nadu, they have gone through the record and ultimately held that Mr. Sashi Kumar was born in India. He is a citizen by birth, number 1. Number 2, the Foreigners Act 1946 does not apply to him. Yes, he is not an enemy alien, even though his parents are enemy aliens. If he was in their custody in Sri Lanka, yes, he would also be another enemy alien. But since he was born, brought up, educated, and got ID card here, definitely. So he is a citizen of India. So therefore, since he is a citizen of India, he should be given all the fundamental rights and he cannot be confined to the camp. So therefore, he has to be released. He can stay at any place he wants to stay. So this is the defense. Yes, how beautifully he could establish it. This is the case. That's why in Assam, the students, all Assam students that in that Sonawal, Sarvananda Sonawal case previously I told you, 2005. Yes, when the migrants have been allowed into India, when their number is swelling and when they are outnumbering the original people, then what to do? Is it not the duty of the state to drive them out? That is what he has said. Yes, that IMD Act is totally useless. The tribunals are not able to decide who is an illegal migrant. All these things he has told, and of course that act was also taken away and only Foreigners Act is allowed in that case. So this is the problem. Right? So leave apart the case of Sarvananda Sonowal. Now, as far as the Sashi's case is concerned, he could establish that he was born in India. In that Sarvananda Sonowal case also, the Chakmas or Hijangs, they are having come down, having settled down in India, they are getting the ID card with the so-called help from the politicians because they want votes. When once they get the voter ID card, normally they become the citizens. You can't drive them out. That's why National Register of Citizens has become a necessary. And of course, there are some complications in preparing that National Register of Citizens also, but still there is a necessity for that because of this problem. You see how he has beautifully categorized that he is a citizen of India. Now, as far as the record goes, yes, we have to admit, we can ask. But in fact, he might have been going to Sri Lanka and he has been coming back. Definitely, he would have been making journeys. So this may be the real fact, but on record, see how beautifully he has managed. So such should be, so the way of argument of the advocate we should remember, and this is a classic case regarding the enemy aliens. The parents may be aliens by enemy aliens, but not the what. Thank you.